Fire in the hole.
Fire in the
in the hole.
Fire in the hole.
In the hole. Welcome. Now, there was the
fire.
Welcome to the 2% Pod. I'm Connor.
Yours is the longest. I anticipated us going first.
Yeah.
This is Riley. I'm Riley.
And Justin's here.
If you're on YouTube, you saw his Pokemon Go ID, so you can add him.
Please give him gifts.
Yes,
I'll give some.
Yeah.
Oh, am I allowed to speak?
Trade gifts with him.
Oh, yeah, you are allowed to speak.
Yeah, it was a surprise.
Yeah.
Levi's in Florida right now.
He won't be by the time this launches. So
right now, he's in Florida.
At this particular second,
Yeah.
right now, he is in Florida.
So we figured we'd bring Justin in as another body.
Yeah, that's all you're here for. It's to fill a seat.
Yeah. This table was made for 3 people.
Keep
so.
his chair warm.
2 people wouldn't work very well.
Yeah. Justin's here. What's new?
Yeah. Pokemon Go event.
Yeah, we've been
True. Yeah, before this, there was about, I don't know, what was it, like 15, 20 minutes of just some technical stuff.
We got caught up on Pokemon Go.
We really did.
Mm-hmm. It's still fun.
It's so great.
Have we talked about it before? I feel like we might have.
Back when we played it for a week or something, we probably did.
Those were the days.
Yeah. We're all Team Instinct, I guess, if you needed to know.
Yes. So join it. I don't know. Add Justin for
please.
Yeah.
We're wrapping it up. We're linking the socials. Add Justin on Pokemon Go. Follow us on Instagram.
It's my only outlet to get gifts in the game.
So Riley, I think you had some stuff to talk about.
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about just real quickly how much I hate crop dusters.
Yes.
They are the worst. So back at my old house, not where I'm at now.
What?
Funny. There was a yellow plain crop duster that I swear flew within 5 feet of our roof.
That's scary.
And then I was like, that's not great. You shouldn't be doing. Hey,
stop that.
Get out of my local airspace.
Did you get the broom and hit it against the ceiling?
Well, I was outside. That's how I saw it.
Okay.
You know. But that's really what spawned my hatred for crop dusters. And then on my way to work on Saturday,
Yes.
I was driving on the highway, and a helicopter crop duster literally.
That's a thing?
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
it flies across the highway. I swear, if there was a semi where it flew across, it would have hit the semi.
Jesus Christ.
And then it's like a helicopter, but it does one of the goes up and then turns and then goes back down and around.
God.
Oh my God, I hate crop dusters. And you don't need a legitimate pilot's license to fly them either, because they're technically farming equipment or whatever.
That's wow.
Farmers need to be stopped. I think that's all I really got. I think there was another one, but it's not coming to my mind.
When we were driving to Denver, we saw it. There was one seemed like it was chasing us down.
Oh yeah,
it was,
I remember that.
It was low. It was scary.
Yeah.
It's North by Northwest was that's for real. I don't know if you guys have seen that scene. I think it's Cary Grant running away from the crop duster.
Oh, is that in Second or Lion Heart something Lion?
It's from North by Northwest, the movie.
You'd
say it's a famous movie scene. You've probably seen it before.
I probably have.
Likely.
Yeah, it's just a crop duster chasing after this guy. It's like a whole conspiracy thing. I haven't seen the movie. That's just
they do that a lot.
Yeah.
I've had crop dusters get really close to just me.
They're just menaces in the sky.
Yeah.
They're all hired by the FBI to hunt people down.
Yeah, and to almost crash into you.
Yes.
just to really retch up the tension.
Yes.
Keep you on your toes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you hate crop? Have you ever had any instances where a crop duster made you want to?
I knew a crop duster at one point.
like a guy that was a crop duster? Yes. Or you knew the plane?
Both.
Okay.
I've ridden one of them.
Have you?
They're not fun.
I can't imagine.
It's
seems really stressful.
It's really bumpy and really stressful.
Especially if you're not flying.
Yeah, is it? I guess it's just stressful because it's bumpy and you think you're gonna crash into the semi.
Feels like you're gonna crash every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
They like to do tricks on you.
Well, yeah, they would.
Yeah.
They fly up and then just stall for a second and then just.
Oh, that's the worst.
It's terrible.
Yeah, that's what not needing a pilot's license gets you.
Yeah. Being a crop duster.
It's time to move on to the piece of paper.
Yeah,
here.
the piece de rock paper.
Yes. So we're gonna. Well, Justin is here. We are still gonna keep up with the, presentation thing. We need a better name
It's
for
just
it. I brought some content to talk about on a piece of paper.
Connor brought us some
Yes.
Content time.
And so I was gonna take advantage of Levi not being here because Levi, the one thing, if he's a dramatic hero, his what's the thing called when like dramatic hero they have a issue with them? I had it in my head
Their
before this.
Weakness.
No,
their
it's
kryptonite.
tragic
Flaw.
Yeah.
Yes, there we go. Yeah, the tragic flaw. Levi's tragic flaw is that he has not seen Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
And also Back to the Future. He's just not well versed in his Robert Zemeckis films.
I haven't seen Back to the Future
I've seen
either.
Back to the
Back
Future.
to the Future
at least.
they were both. I thought like everyone had seen those movies because I have watched them multiple times and they are just fantastic.
Sure.
You've seen Riley. You've seen Forrest Gump.
I
so,
have,
like,
but it was
I thought,
years ago, and you were explaining some stuff before the
well,
show.
That stuff doesn't really matter.
I'm guessing it's not going to be brought up, but
No.
man, like Maddie said it best. There has to be two versions of Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
I watched one of them, and you watched the other one.
But so I thought, we were gonna take advantage. 'Cause Levi's not here. We could talk about Forrest Gump, but before we recorded, Justin revealed to us that he had not seen Forrest Gump and just threw around this entire thing.
It's like Levi should just be here
Yeah.
anyway.
But we are still going to talk about it because I printed out a piece of paper. And
Yeah,
there's no
and
turning
that's
back.
We can't waste a
You're
tree.
fine.
No. So, a little known fact, there is the Forrest Gump movie. I think most people could probably assume that it's based on a book. It was.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Well,
it's
most movies are.
a book by Winston Groom called Forrest Gump. But it's pretty much the same thing. There's some stuff omitted from the book that's from it's not in the movie as most
Right.
movies are, and there is some stuff added. I forget what it was at first. Like they didn't talk about in the book. Like Forrest is like run across America. That was a big thing.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
movie. They didn't bring up in the book. And one important thing in the book that wasn't in the movie, I don't know why, but there was the time in the book where Forrest was an astronaut. He was an astronaut with NASA, and he went to space with an orangutan.
Really?
Yeah, a male orangutan named Sue. So that was they just didn't.
Why wouldn't they put
Interesting.
that in the
No,
movie?
no idea.
That seems
No
like some of the
idea.
best scenes, unless it's like a budgetary standpoint where they just couldn't
Yeah.
like green screen
I
Tom
do,
Hanks in
I
space.
do have this quote from the Wikipedia. The movie takes great advantage of special effects to have the characters interact with real people from history, because that's a big thing where like Forrest talks with like John F. Kennedy.
Oh, yeah,
and all
yeah,
that. Like
yeah.
it's like a deep fake thing.
Yeah.
So I guess they spent all their money on that, and they couldn't
Gotcha.
go to NASA. Which researching it, I kind of for like half a second I thought like they went to space. Forrest went to space, but I think I was just thinking of Apollo 13. It's like
Oh.
Tom
Maybe.
Hanks went to space in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're the same character.
I haven't seen that. I do want to see that.
I haven't seen that one, but
Is- just real off tangent. Is that the one where there's like Martians that try to kill them or something?
no, that's like a horror movie
Okay.
thing. The Apollo 13, that's like based on a true story.
that's just like the
Yeah.
actual. Okay.
Yeah, where like something happened. Houston had a problem.
Yeah, that one and the horror one. I want to watch both those. Space
At the
movies
same
seem
time.
cool. Yes.
But so they had that. Like some people, I think that's kind of like a fun little fact. Like, did you know that in the book, Dick Forrest went to space?
Sure.
And it's but there is also a sequel to the book written by Winston Groom. It's called Gump Company, which fantastic.
That's
name.
the best name I've
Yes,
ever heard.
It's so I you can just imagine Forrest Gump saying that.
Let's Justin. Let's take some pot shots at what the book might be about.
Oh
yeah.
gosh.
Gump
so-
Company definitely. Does
Is
he get
it-
his shrimp thing going?
So okay,
I
maybe.
No.
Yeah, there's I kind of goes. It's pretty much the same thing.
It sounds
think-
more like an army thing to me.
No, it's just
Okay.
most of it. It's Gump is accompanied by Forrest Gump Jr. for
Oh, he's
most
a
of the
son.
stuff. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
At the
Yeah.
I
end,
forgot he had a
Yeah,
son.
yeah.
played by Haley Joel Osment from The Sixth Sense, little kid.
Don't know
Was
who
it
that
really?
is.
Yeah,
Oh my
I think so.
I guess that movie came out a while ago.
Hmm.
Not The Sixth Sense, but
Yeah, both did.
yeah.
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 Haley Joel Osment was also in Secondhand Lion. If you guys.
That's what I was thinking about
Yeah,
earlier with the
yeah.
crop duster scene.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah, so he just continues his adventures. So I think it starts off with Jenny dying in the book. Like the sequel, Gump and Company, has Jenny dying.
Spoilers.
That happened. Yeah, that sorry.
I know about that.
Yeah, that happened in the movie.
Kind of kind of good. I kind of remember not liking Jenny.
Oh, you cannot say that, 'cause Jenny Ayla's like a victim of sexual abuse.
Okay, I don't remember that part.
She didn't treat Forrest well, but she was a troubled soul, and I think she died of hepatitis C.
Oh, yeah, I do remember
yes.
that.
But
yeah.
I think it's weird because in the book it starts off, or no, it's in the movie, because there's two different sides to this story. There's the planned sequel for Forrest Gump the movie, and there's the released book sequel. So I think we'll start off with the book because the movie's kind of wild.
Okay.
And so the book, it starts off, Gump and Company, or Bubba Gump Shrimp Company, closes down. There's a big boom in the shrimp company, and Forrest just loses all his money, and so it's just, he has to start over again.
He can do it though.
Yeah, it starts all on a level playing field.
Forrest Gump is nothing if not determined.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. And so he starts off. He's looking for money to take care of his son. So he is recruited to play for the New Orleans Saints. Ooh. I think if you guys remember from the movie, he played for Alabama.
Yes.
He was very good at football because he could run.
Yes.
Boy, could he run. You know that.
Yeah,
Justin.
I know he could run.
Boy,
I know
can that guy run.
Yes.
I remember the scene of him in Wyoming specifically. Because there was like a bunch of scenes where he was running all across America. The Wyoming one. I remember that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he plays for the Saints because he is a fast guy. But there's a quote from the Wikipedia page. I'm not reading anything else. Forrest is astute about health issues, noting that he has aged. Some of his famous running ability has sapped.
Oh no!
So he's not as fast, but he's got to make ends meet. He's got to play for the New Orleans Saints.
The human condition gets to all of us eventually.
Yes.
It just really wears down on your old bones.
How old is he in this book?
I don't know. I don't really think there's any age that's like given, because he's like the movie takes place from like over a span of multiple decades. And he has a kid, so he's got to be like at least 30s.
By the sequel, no one in the NFL is signing at somebody that's like 30, are they?
Oh, he's like a famous runner.
It doesn't
That's
matter.
true.
He played for Alabama. Roll Tide, roll.
I don't think the Patriots would sign you.
Well, this is the New Orleans Saints, man. They're desperate.
That's a good point.
Yeah. And so I think this is actually when Jenny dies. He, in the middle of a game, he finds out that Jenny dies, from what I remember, because I didn't write all this down. Yeah. But so Forrest has to like tell the Saints, like, guys, I can't play. Jenny died, and so he's got to run off, and the ownership thinks this is like a just a play by him to get more money or something. It's a hold tactic.
Oh, gotcha.
So they cut him.
Oh.
So he's done playing football, and so Jenny dies. Now she's dead in the book, and then this is multiple times in the book. Jenny's ghost appears and like talks to Forrest and like gives him advice.
What kind of
Weird.
like financial advice? Like invest in Apple.
Yes, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, it's like I forget what it was exactly. I should have written all this down, but like he makes the recipe for new Coke. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. You guys weren't born in the 80s.
No, but I remember
what you
people
mean.
talking
Yeah, it's
about
like
it.
it's just the new Coke. They had a new recipe and people didn't like it.
Yeah.
So so I guess I should preface that I should have started off. And one big difference in the movie and the book is that in the book, Forrest is played more of as a savant.
Sure, yeah.
He's like, he's not very smart, but there is some stuff that he just like gets.
And he's just like overwhelmingly good at those things.
Yes, because in the original book, he just 100% passes a like physics exam.
Right.
In Alabama, because he knew that stuff, I guess. And so he becomes an engineer. He makes the new Coke recipe. He becomes a flavor maker at Coke, and then that's when Jenny's ghost first appears. I think. They're like, Forrest, this job isn't for you. Like they're just stepping over you. They're using you, and it's like so. Forrest listens and like runs away.
Was she right?
I don't know. It's weird. Like she appears multiple times. I think later on, we'll get to it. But he ends up in Germany and meets a German girl, and this is the last appearance. Jenny's like, Forrest, I really like that German girl that you met, and then she like never appears again because because Forrest ends up marrying, I think Gertrude's her name, and then Jenny like is allowed to go to heaven now because Forrest is like
he's found someone else.
He's found Gertrude,
What?
And yeah,
So the embodiment of Jenny as a ghost. She's supposed to be a ghost, not just like a figment of his imagination.
I think
right?
it says it says specifically ghost.
She's like specific. Like that's so weird.
Yes, I have no idea why.
Have you read this entire book?
Oh God, no! I said
I kind of want to now.
You skimmed the Wikipedia article.
Yeah, okay. From what I read on the reviews, Larry King, which don't really care for him, he said it's the funniest book he's ever read, while the New York Times said it wasn't that good.
So some mixed opinions.
Yeah, definitely.
There's also some like mixed opinions on the original book, so I think it's just like the screenwriter for the movie, Eric Roth. He did some magic here. And made a good movie.
Sure.
So going back to the book, Ginny's ghost appears. Eventually, Forrest fights in the Gulf War.
Okay.
So he's doing that. He gets jailed in Iran. I think that must be different. He then didn't really follow with the whole Wikipedia paragraph about it. He gets jailed in Iran, meets the Ayatollah, and then eventually he's on like a work release program. Which I don't know if that's connected.
Oh, so like because he met the Ayatollah, he can get to the work release program?
No, I don't. He gets like jailed in Iran for like being a war, like a
POW.
Yeah, and a POW. And I don't. Eventually, he just ends up in in Holy Land, which is an amusement park based on.
This is all over the place.
Yeah, it's not Israel.
No, yeah. So I didn't know if it, that doesn't make sense for it to be Iran. So I think he's back in America.
Okay.
At this point, he becomes he gets hired as Goliath due to his size. Because he's huge in the book. I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, and so he's at Holy Land, and the guy who plays David is hinted to be John Hinckley Jr., which is the would-be Reagan assassin, the guy who shot Reagan, didn't kill him. Because he just, like, the Wikipedia quotes as saying, like, the David actor kept muttering about Jodie Foster. It was, like, a whole thing.
Okay.
John Hinckley Jr. tried to kill Reagan to impress Jodie Foster.
What?
That's just, like, real life. That's not Forrest Gump.
Wait, whoa. Okay.
Yeah, that's like, well, he was, like, mentally ill.
Okay. All right.
But anyway, like Forrest Gump is Goliath. He keeps getting rocks thrown at him. He's like, I'm done with this, and he like just throws John Hinckley Jr. into like he just throws him and like into some wiring, I think. And they talk about like revealing some affair between the guy who ran Holy Land, which I guess is supposed to be a real person. I didn't get that.
Okay.
Anyways,
Did that guy die?
No. He goes on to shoot Reagan.
Okay. I see.
But then this is the wild part. So this book was written after the movie came out.
Okay.
So Forrest Gump meets Tom Hanks.
What?
So it's like in the book, Forrest Gump is not Tom Hanks.
Right.
Because they talk about he just runs into this young actor from Big because like Big was Tom Hanks's big movie. So it mentioned that Tom Hanks like kept saying something about life is like a box of chocolates. It's like this whole reference to the movie, and they just Forrest Gump and Forrest Gump Jr. think like this guy's stupid. they thought all the sayings were stupid because I think Winston Groom.
I get it.
He didn't really care for the movie.
Yeah.
He thought that Forrest Gump would be played by like John Goodman. I don't see that.
Yeah.
I think
I was just about to ask.
Casting.
I was about to ask if this book was written after the movie.
Yeah.
This one was.
Yeah, so this was like their opposition to the fact that there was a movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he got like he didn't get all the money he was supposed to, so he's like angry about the movie. He didn't really care for it.
Okay.
And so this is like when we're trying to recall what happened in Forrest Gump, like I was telling you guys, like there's some wild stuff that happens, but I don't think there's anything on the magnitude of Forrest Gump accidentally crashing like the Exxon Valdez oil tanker and causing an oil spill. He like got into a fight with this dude on the oil tanker and caused the whole oil spill in the book. Which like that's like a huge thing that I don't think there's anything like that in the movie.
Well, I guess the thing with books is like you can write whatever you want, but when it comes to movies, like it would be so budgetarily expensive to film Tom Hanks crashing an oil tanker.
Because it is like he does go to space in the first book, so I guess they kind of did reel some of that stuff back.
Yeah.
But he just crashes that and causes a huge oil spill. And this is even, I guess this last part is even bigger because he ends up he is I should say he is a Medal of Honor recipient. He got it from Reagan in the book. Okay. So they didn't really want to like rat him out because like Forrest Gump caused the crash and the oil spill, but they weren't like gonna put him in jail or anything because he's a Medal of Honor recipient. So they're like,
okay,
go to West Germany, lay low for a bit.
Oh, the
West Berlin.
Is
so
that where he meets?
Yes, that's where he meets Gertrude.
Gertrude.
And eventually kills Jenny's ghost.
I was gonna say it was a very stereotypically German name.
Yeah.
So I kind of forgot all about this, how it happened, but he ends up on a soccer team. I don't know, but it's like
2 teams, 1 book.
Yeah, he doesn't really know how to play soccer, so he just like kicks the ball really hard out of the stadium.
That's soccer, baby.
And
Home run.
in some weird way, yeah. The ball ends up going over the Berlin Wall, and it causes like the Berlin citizens to like start taking down the Berlin Wall and Cold War. He ends the Cold War by playing soccer. It's so stupid.
You can't do that.
There's just another Medal of Honor for.
No, because the military people, the Americans, they get angry because it's like, hey, the Cold War was kind of a good way for us to get like reconnaissance and stuff. And Forrest Gump, well, I ended the Cold War, so I think that's pretty good. And they're like, no, you stupid, that was not good.
Yeah.
So
it just sounds like 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 when we were a lot younger, and you might like make a character with superpowers and someone else, and they're like, oh, if they fight, but my character can do this. It's like, oh yeah, but Forrest Gump actually ended the Cold War by kicking a soccer ball. So like, it's like the dumbest justification for it ever.
It could be said about the movie and the original book, but it kind of like it's Forrest Gump being placed in the historic events.
Right.
But like this is like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
It's like, actually, the Challenger explosion was because Forrest Gump was looking at the sun that day and he accidentally ran into the big red button. Sorry.
Yeah, and so I think it ends up with this is towards the end. He marries Gertrude. He's hanging out with Forrest Gump Jr. And also he meets up with Lieutenant Dan, who is participating. He's
I thought he died.
No,
he just doesn't have legs.
I think he does actually die.
Really?
Yeah, he dies in the Gulf War. Actually, I think. And in the book.
In the second one.
But I think I read somewhere on the Wikipedia page that like Lieutenant Dan. So he originally sold all his shares of Bubba Gump Company. Yeah. Which like ended the company.
Sure.
And so he ends up being his own one-man band, and he's also hanging out with the orangutan. Like sue the orangutan, which they say in the Wikipedia page. It was like Forrest Gump's like sister, like spiritual sister or something. They're like friends. Forrest and the orangutan. So,
interesting.
Yeah, it ends up Jenny's ghost is gone. She can finally go to heaven because Forrest married Gertrude.
Oh, thank God.
Yes, and so that's the end of the book. It's kind of whatever. It's weird.
And all over the place.
Oh yeah, that's how like the movie is.
Yeah.
Which I was trying to think like this is stupid. Forrest did not do all this stuff. And thinking in the movie like there was nothing that ridiculous. I was trying to think about it.
I think that's like it was just the artistic interpretations between the guy that wrote the screenplay and then also the author, because I don't think the author wasn't a fan of the movie, and I'm guessing the guy changed stuff from the book because he wasn't a big fan of the book.
But it really takes it to an extreme here, because Forrest is kind of just like there at most of like a lot of stuff. Like he's there at Alabama when they try to desegregate it and all that, but he's not like causing an oil spill or ending the Cold War.
He's just there.
Yeah, I don't know.
That is really weird.
It is. And the book, or I guess the sequel to the movie that didn't come out, it's weird. Like it's for the kind of the same reason. Like it's strange. We'll see. So the movie, it was a huge success, the first one. So they wanted to capitalize on it because the sequel to the book came out.
Right.
But I don't think the sequel to the movie wasn't going to be anything like with the book sequel. It
was
going to be a sequel to the movie, not like an adaptation of the book sequel.
How are they going to make Forrest Gump meet Tom Hanks?
Yeah, and I don't think that was going to happen.
Look a lot alike.
So there's a reason it didn't come out though. So Eric Roth, who wrote the script for the original film, he was tasked with writing the sequel adaptation. Mm-hmm. And this is kind of some dramatic irony, or some irony here. He completed completed and submitted the script on September 10th, 2001.
Right.
The day after that, the day after that,
Took me a second.
9/11.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, and that just completely derailed the entire thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Yeah, so we had a quote from Roth, because this interview is kind of recent. He wanted to start the movie literally 2 minutes after the end of the last one, with him on the bus bench, but he turned in the script the night before 9/11, and then on the day of, he sat down with Tom Hanks and Bob Zemeckis, which is the director, and they looked at each other, and they kind of just decided, like, yeah, this isn't relevant anymore.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
This is like 9/11 changed this whole thing, and they don't, like, Forrest Gump just doesn't belong in post 9/11 world, I guess.
But the third book,
Sure.
Forrest Gump is on the plane.
Yeah. he's solving all the world's problems.
He kicked Al Qaeda in the tush, and they're good now.
Yeah, they just didn't make it because of that. But if it was made, there's some stuff that would have happened. Kind of Forrest would have been in the back of O.J. Simpson's Bronco
Oh.
during that famous car chase.
Yeah.
It would have been in the back. And from what I understand from reading about it,
Oh, that's not just a joke that you're saying.
oh no, he would have been in there. Yeah, no, that's real. They planned in their script. O.J. Simpson had Forrest Gump in his Bronco, but I don't think O.J. knew about it. Like, from what they said, it said like Forrest Gump kept peeking out and like they wouldn't see him. Like, he kept like hiding in the back of the Bronco. Yeah.
It seems so much like a cartoon compared to what I remember the movie
Yeah,
being like.
nothing like that happened, I don't think. He just he talked to some presidents, he talked to John Lennon, but he did not, he was not doing anything. He was not in the book depository when John F. Kennedy got assassinated.
He wasn't playing like Pop Goes the Weasel out of O.J. Simpson's car.
This is a bit tamer, but he does dance with Princess Diana before she dies. He did not have a part. He was not in the limo when the crash.
He's everywhere.
Well, yeah, that's like Forrest Gump. That's how he
Okay.
is. Yeah, I don't know how he gets to England. But the movie actually starts with it's kind of weird because it starts with Forrest Jr. has AIDS. So I don't know how he got. I think he got passed down from.
That's what I
Jenny.
would
Yeah,
have thought.
that's
Because
what
I
I'm
know that
thinking.
was a big thing. Like, does he have?
Well, yeah.
Is he like me or whatever?
Well, no, that was about
that-
mental
yeah.
illness.
Yeah.
Oh,
or like
okay.
the disability. But he gets AIDS from Jenny, I think. And so the quote from Eric Roth, it's weird because he says we had a really funny sequence where they were desegregating the buses at Florida, but then they were so people were angry about either busing with black people
Right.
or having their kids go to school with a kid who had AIDS, which he says it's a funny sequence, and I don't get that.
You were so removed from society. It's like, oh, it's this really funny thing where people were treated subhuman.
Yeah, which I don't remember anything like that. They don't poke fun at stuff like that. It's just
Yeah.
it's funny that Forrest Gump is there while these issues are
Yeah,
happening.
that's all I think
It's not
about.
like Forrest Gump's kid is getting laughed or he's getting treated wrongly for having AIDS.
Really funny sequence
Yeah,
we
it's
had.
weird. And then this part, which this is kind of on par with Forrest crashing the oil tanker. He makes friends with a Native American woman, who says to Forrest that she taught at a nursery school and at a government building in Oklahoma City.
Uh-huh.
And then later, Forrest is on a bench waiting to have lunch with her in front of that building, and the building blows up.
Oh.
So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Oklahoma City bombing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of just
He's just there.
He just implies that that's there, and they show it on screen, and a friend, apparently the Native American woman dies in the building, and that's that's not funny. That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know why they thought that was a good idea to put that in the second movie.
It really is like what you said, your own superhero.
Yeah.
He's just a part of everything.
Yeah, it's just weird justifications.
Every event that just happens, he's there.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump movie 2, the one where he goes to the Boston Marathon.
Yeah, which again, I don't know if we need to rewatch it or watch it for the first
I
time.
think
But
I need to watch this.
I
movie.
don't remember anything like that.
Yeah,
where,
nothing stuck out where it was he's just there.
It's why is Forrest Gump at this terrorist attack?
Yeah.
What's he doing?
Why is Forrest Gump back there?
Yeah,
What's he doing?
It's weird. I'm glad. I think it's a good thing that it wasn't made.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it would be as good as the original.
Yeah, because you said it was the same guy that wrote that screenplay that wrote the first
Mhm.
one.
Yeah,
That's so
Eric
weird.
Roth.
Maybe he just maybe some stuff happened.
Yeah, that's another thing where it's just same with the book. Okay, let's look at we didn't start the fire thing. Here's the stuff that happened that we didn't cover in American history. Forrest Gump is there. 1995, huge terrorist bombing in Oklahoma City. Forrest Gump was there.
He was there.
And it's just okay. All right. And I think if Forrest Gump was set in the like early 1900s, he would have probably been at the San Francisco earthquake.
Yeah.
He would have been at like he would have been there when like Hitler marched on and under Poland.
I was there when the Blitzkrieg started.
I think it's I don't like it personally.
Have you ever heard about the real life guy that he was on like 2 different separate passenger train crashes? He won the lottery like 3 times. He was struck by lightning twice or something.
Yeah, because there are stories like that. Like real life Forrest Gump, this man was at both of the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombings.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that guy.
There's a guy like that.
Oh,
They're just like people that are extremely lucky or unlucky.
Yeah, that guy was like a Mitsubishi engineer, and he was working in Hiroshima the day that it was bombed. He survived. He got on a train and went to Nagasaki, and then 3 days later, Nagasaki was bombed.
And then he survived.
Yeah.
There's interviews with him as well.
That's crazy. I can't imagine.
I don't think he's still alive, right?
I can't imagine.
He probably wouldn't be.
Yeah, Forrest Gump, amazing. Yeah, he's just there.
He's really good at being where all the worst things are happening. Yeah. He's more of like a Mothman. Like if you see him, something bad is gonna happen.
I don't think that's necessary. Like he's done some good stuff.
Well, yeah, but like if you just see him like sitting on a bench, run the other direction.
He can either be a really bad omen or he can cause the end of the Cold War.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a great guy, but he's just the worst omen. Yeah, like if something's about to explode.
That was a criticism of the movie, like the movie when it came out. People who didn't like it, they were like, "This is ridiculous. Forrest Gump, he's just there, and this is just like American history class with Forrest Gump in it." But also, people were also like, "I think this is pretty great."
Yeah,
I like Forrest Gump. He's a good guy, and he gets himself into some tricky situations. Sometimes he talks to John Lennon and accidentally writes Imagine. But I think it's great. I love Forrest Gump.
Does Forrest Gump, just the movie, really have like a message, or the book even? Or I guess you wouldn't really know that.
I mean, it's not. What do you mean, like a message? It's just like
it's just a story.
Yeah, it's just Forrest Gump.
Okay,
it's just this guy who finds himself in important events throughout American history, and it's fun.
Let's try to find the meaning in Forrest Gump. What's the lesson we should take away from?
If you go to the Wikipedia page, there's a bunch of symbology there you can read up on. There's something about like the feather, and I don't know, the bench probably.
The English teacher.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is what Forrest Gump.
Yeah, the colors and the Great Gatsby.
Here's the lesson. Talk to strangers on the bus bench. While you're waiting for the bus, talk to them. They might have a fun story.
Or a fun little saying that they might say.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
Yeah. I know that one.
Life was like a box of chocolates. That's the actual line. It's not Nelson Mandela.
Mama always said life was like a box of chocolates.
Yeah.
So it was for her because she died.
Yeah.
Mama died, but
for everyone I guess in the present tense,
yes.
Well, not everyone else. Other people have died than Forrest Gump's mom.
No, for us that are still living, life is like a box of chocolates.
If you're dead and listening to this, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, if you're
down
Jenny's
below,
ghost.
baby. Press that sub button if you are dead.
I don't know. There's no real lesson to it. It's just Forrest Gump. Stupid is as stupid does. I guess you could just say a bunch of Forrest quotes and like that's the lesson.
If you want to solve a really big world problem, just pick up soccer. I guess
ping pong. He was also a ping pong player in China.
I don't want to even know about
that. Was from the movie.
Was it?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Well, that's not like he ended like Chinese communism by playing ping pong. It's just that was like a thing. Like Nixon brought over people to play ping pong, and Forrest Gump was really good at it.
Wow.
We need to rewatch Forrest Gump. I guess.
I didn't want to read that book now.
You could. I've heard it's not great.
I won't enjoy it.
The second one?
It's just.
Yeah, I don't know if
the and company one.
Gump
Company. Gump and Company.
Gump and
Company.
So, yeah, I think that's all I have here. Any comments, or is it time to?
How long have we been going? All right.
Hold on, 34 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Justin, what do you got to say?
You been up to anything interesting?
Not
I'm sorry,
much.
those are 2 separate questions. You can answer Connor first.
Answer
What was your
Riley's
question?
first. I don't remember.
You said
Oh.
you said any comments, and I thought you meant like on that.
That's what I thought as well.
Oh no, anything. Talk.
Yeah,
I-
You're on a podcast,
yeah,
bro.
that's true. I don't know. I don't know much about Forrest Gump. I've just seen clips at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I-
Oh yeah,
why-
you said that. What does that mean?
It's just, scrolling on you.
What?
Okay,
My
man.
foot squeaked on the chair. I
I
swear to
don't
God.
believe that. Anyway,
Me at 3 a.m. Am
Me
I
at
right?
just like, just like the important ones. Just like, I think when like they were leaving Vietnam,
Mhm.
like when Lieutenant Dan got injured and
Bubba Gump died. No, Bubba died. Bubba Gump is not his name.
no,
Bubba.
he just got he
That
was
one
just
go out?
crying because
Yeah.
his friend was injured, his like only friend
Yeah.
there, and when he first started running, when all his like stuff fell off his legs.
Oh yeah. So
That's-
why at 3 a.m. are you just like scrolling through YouTube and like
It's just
I'll
like
watch this Forrest Gump movie clip?
yeah, it's just like you find what's that one YouTube channel that uploads like 1,000 movie clips
I
a
think it's
day?
just called movie like Fandango.
Yeah,
movie clips or
exactly
something.
that.
Yeah.
Just like watch all of them in order, and then it's just
You get kind of the story.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're being cut just a bit short. Connor,
all
your
right.
camera has died.
No.
I've ordered an AC adapter for it, so you don't plug a battery into it. You just plug it into the wall.
Whoa.
Mm.
So that shouldn't be a problem going forward. Your camera has died though. Short end to the episode.
That's fine. I think. Yeah, we got everything we needed out of here.
Here, scoot over. Get in.
Yeah, here, hold on.
I can't-
Oh, you're good.
Did you
good.
break something?
Oh, you're good. You're good. There you go.
Okay. I'm kind of in it. This works.
You can just scoot
Yeah,
over. a
I
little bit.
can't. I
buddy.
simply cannot. Thanks for listening. This doesn't matter for audio people.
No, but there's a larger portion that watches.
Oh God. Oh no, I'm alienating them.
Just
I don't. It does.
You're,
Whatever.
You're doing your best.
Yeah. This episode is over. For more episodes, go to our Spotify or YouTube if you're not there already. I don't know why you wouldn't be.
There is like 40 something episodes that aren't on YouTube
Whoa.
that are on Spotify.
And those aren't worth listening to.
Not really. They're not. None of them are particularly good.
Those were the ones that Justin was on.
yeah.
That's not related. I swear.
The first
Yeah,
like
it's like
10.
if you like more Justin, he's on those episodes. Listen to all of our episodes. We get a cent each time you listen to them on Spotify.
We do.
And that's really going towards nothing because it's just there,
Yeah.
sitting there.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram at 2% Pod.
Add me on Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw that.
You have to
friend
rewind
code.
the episode,
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
or you can trigger it again. Give them the code.
Yeah, I don't know. You go subscribe to our YouTube. Follow us on Spotify. I don't think that does anything.
Nope.
You get updated when new episodes come out, maybe.
Yes.
Maybe. No, I don't.
It recommend
Oh, every
recommends them to me.
Friday at 12 o'clock most of the time.
Yeah. Or
Central Standard Time.
or a couple hours later if I or Levi is kind of not feeling like editing.
Yeah, and that's not my problem. I don't do anything.
It's not.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Thanks for listening. Stay with us, Justin.
Yep.
Wally
PUK
PUK
24/7 every day.
Thanks,
What?
thanks for listening,
Okay.
guys.